Big up to all of you good people. I appreciate you all finding the time to join me. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't turn off the music before I started speaking. Big up to all of you good people. I appreciate you all finding the time to join me in this today's edition of the Chelsea Daily Roundup show. Hopefully, the in-laws are back. I hope to have the time to be doing this on a daily basis. And if I can find hosts, I can still be doing it the Blue Morning Show and not have issues with my schedule. But that's by the way. Today we'll talk about Ivan Toney, Trevor Chalobah, and Moses Casado, and all the news items we have lined up. And then we will go through the manager's comments during his presser today. And after that, we will call it a day. But more importantly, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this evening. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, thank you once more, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. This is the daily round of Chelsea, a daily Chelsea roundup show, news roundup if you prefer. Unfortunately, it will be difficult to get some panelists to join in. That is because we have a rule for the daily roundup show. You'd have to be on camera to participate. Unfortunately, as much as I love my panelists, I want to keep that standard for the evening show. And let's see who we have here already in the house. My bro, Chelsea Mitchell Boy is already in the house. Chelsea Mitchell Boy, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Always nice to see you. We've grown from friends to fellow content creators to friends and now to brothers. And like I said, I promise I will be coming on your channel more often than usual, and to fight people there. But more importantly, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, go check out Mitchie Boy's YouTube channel. Just click the three dots to the right of his name. And then go to channel, subscribe, and let him know I sent you. So, Mitchell Boy, nice to see you. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's see how many likes we can get for today. It's been a while since we did the daily roundup show, and we have big up to you, Raphael. I appreciate you joining, my bro. Always nice to see you. Coach, I think the title race is between Spurs, City, and Liverpool as of now. I wouldn't call it a title race right now. I think it's too early to show who is and who isn't in the title race, in my opinion. Just 5 games into the season. Let's wait until the 10th game, and then you look at the point gap between the clubs in the Premier League, then you should start saying that. And coach, have you watched any of the players I told you this weekend? I promise you I will do that this weekend. And then we'll talk about them. Ivan Toney for 50 million is not a bad it's not a bad idea, but I have a feeling he would flop. Wow, I don't think he'd flop. Flopping is the least of my concerns. I've always talked about how we don't know whether he's overcome the gambling addiction that he has. I wouldn't even say had, because there's no way to tell he's overcome that. And Bobby did argue something the last time we talked about him, that at his age, gambling is still a huge issue. I see he'd be looking to have enough security for retirement, if you understand what I mean. But that's, by the way, we'll start addressing the items we have lined up immediately. And once we're done, we'll call it a day. I know the show will still pick up because, we'll be doing a lot of that. We'll be doing a lot of that now that my in-laws are back. I'd have time to host shows, but I need help. Honestly, I need dedicated graphic designers. And I also do need co-hosts to make it easy on me, but that hasn't happened. But I think I can manage until I find the people I can trust. So we'll start today by looking at the number of players we have out injured. This may not be correct. I think we're better off. We'll be better off going by the manager's you can say manager's responses to questions during his match what's it called, press conference earlier today. So let's see the first one. Let's go through it. For Chelsea, forget about Wesley Fofana. We're all, I think, we're well acquainted with this situation. Crucial ligament injury. He'll be out until late March 2024. And I'm suspecting actually there's a chance he will not play a single game this season again, in my opinion. And we have Trevor Chalobah hamstring injury. Return date is unknown. Romeo Lavia, what was his ankle injury? Late October, not far away. I think he's this close actually. And then we have Reece James hamstring injury. The return date unknown, but I think he's training separately now alongside who I think I can't quite remember who was talking about. The Noni Madueke, a muscle injury, he's doubtful, but there's a chance that he plays. I'm not too sure. Moises Caicedo knee injury. Rumors. I don't think Moses Caicedo gets to play this one. Even though the manager was sounding as if he may or may not play, I think he won't. I don't think he'd risk it. Ugochukwu during the last game gave a good account of himself. Unfortunately for us, we didn't win that particular game. Had we won, I think people will be singing him praises right now. It was him and the goalkeeper on the day. Robert Sanchez, that were to me the only positives on the day. But we're moving from that. Marcus Bettinelli, he's been out for a while. Let's say he says a few days, so he'd be back soon. Mark Cucurella, illness doubtful, but he may well. I don't know. I don't know if he gets a chance to play. Christopher Nkunku knee injury early November 2023. I think we all know that. Connie Chukwuemeka got injured mid-October, so. But I think he's training separately right now with Reece James, so which means, yeah, so he may well be right on time. Benoit Badiashile, growing injury a few days. So the setback he suffered during a training session. Let's see. Amanda Broya, knee injury a few days. Broya, given the manager's comments, may well participate on Sunday, but let's see what happens. That's, by the way, what do we have here? We have Raphael saying here, Coach, just give me a second here. He says, Coach, I like Badiashile, but he's no leader. Once a Silva leaves, he will not be good unless we get a leader like of how'd you pronounce that name? Vigil? I'm not too sure. But here's the thing. Yeah, I think you're correct. I haven't seen enough to say to argue with confidence that he's capable of taking that mantle of leadership from Thiago Silva when he isn't playing. If any, I think anybody, the closest I'd say right now would be the Sassi, who led for Monaco when he was still there, and and played alongside Benoit Badiashile. So. But let's see what happens. But I'm not too concerned about our defensive line, honestly. I want us to start putting away the chances we create. But that's, by the way. At the same time, I want to quickly take this opportunity to appeal to those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we appreciate you. You watching alone does provide great value to the community, and I want to say thank you. But if you can do us one more favor, please just take a second to drop a like on the stream. That will go a long way. We sincerely do appreciate that. Here's a question from Kenny14. Kenny, nice to see you. I appreciate you joining us today. Let me see. The question asks, would you consider bringing back a Cucurella? Cucurella is a fine player, but one thing has to happen first. As much as I like him, I've come to terms, yes, whenever he's playing, he leaves a ton of space in behind because he's the sort of player that operates like a sweeper defender, follows the ball wherever he goes, trying, you can say it's something that he does, should I say subconsciously or maybe instinctively, trying to clean up after his fellow defenders. And I think we did witness on the ground, Potter, how he was able to conduct that. I think it takes telling the 2-6s or somebody who's also playing on the flanks to pay attention to whenever Cucurella leaves that space to try and cover for him. But it's difficult. So I don't think the manager will have the time to try to sort that out right now. For me, I would take him anytime, any day over Ben Chilwell, but that's just my opinion, and try to find a way to solve that one deficiency that he has. But for me, I think he's better than Ben Chilwell in terms of progressing the ball because he's capable of finding passing lanes where you don't know one exists. Let me see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Coach Badia Shile is like Zuma with Tiki Taka. He plays well with leaders like Silva, but without them, he's no good. I think that is just your opinion. I think he's played before without Thiago Silva. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's a fine player, and I think he will come good, honestly. Let's see here, Coach. I said this before, but even Silva was sharpened by Nesta. You could argue that it's that time of the year, my bro, Jerry Z. It's in the house. Much love to you, Jerry Z. Poch versus Unai Emery. Best of friends if the fans don't know. I don't know that they are friends actually. So probably they both know each other's approach, preferred approach to the game quite well. But let's see how that pans out on Sunday. The game is played for 90 minutes and some added time. And then when the man in the middle blows the final whistle, we'll see who comes out on top. Kukurea is good, coach, but he's a flop and he needs to go. I'm not sure what to make. Honestly, Raphael, I'm not sure what to make of that particular comment right there. I think it's contradicting, really. Foss is good, he's a flop. Maybe I'd rather again if you say he's a good player but he's flopping at Chelsea, maybe I'll consider, you can say, looking deeper into that to find out what you mean by that. History 101. Before signing for PSG, Poch called Unai Emery and asked him about experience at PSG and related stuff. Delicious affair on a Sunday. Okay. It makes sense now. I know you know football quite well, probably. Again, and you know Mauricio Pochettino very, very well. So I do not know the history the two of them has. But I will learn everything. It will be a bad beginning for a bad evening. Okay, okay. Good evening, Unai Emery. It would be a bad evening for Chelsea, but we'll still have a chance. I don't think so. I'm gonna say something I've said before. A lot of people think you can say the tight games, the what they deem difficult games, the difficult run of games that we're going to suffer. The clubs will mop the floor for us, and I'm going to tell you this: that's when we will actually see the other side of Chelsea. That's when we'll perform. That's when these are the games I think actually would be able to win a few from, or win a few and draw a few, and not lose any actually. Because these teams don't defend deep. They hardly do. But when I hear Chelsea fans going would mop the floor with the team, would beat the team 8-0, 10-0, that's when I'm usually concerned. And I'm quite sure a lot of you here, you've heard me say that before. Why do I say that? Because Charity FC is well and truly in existence. So when we think we'd mop the floor with the team, I usually get concerned. Until proven otherwise, I still believe the Charity FC is well and truly in existence. I'm not too concerned about the big teams, honestly. As long as we can, you can say, put away chances, I think we'll win games. Yeah, coach, good players are flop at certain clubs, but when they join another club, they may get back to form. I think that's very correct. Sometimes what players need is players need a fresh start. Yep, sometimes for instance, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been doing well at AC Milan. He's actually, I don't know if he's missed a single game. I don't follow all the games, but the ones I've watched, he's been excellent for them. So yeah, maybe sometimes players need to change clubs to regain form. Big up to you too, Chimera. Always nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. And keep dropping the likes on the stream. People will have just 8 likes, but I'm not too concerned. For a while, we haven't done the daily roundup show. So yeah, it will be slow until it picks up again. Let's see, coach. We should call Pochettino, Graham Pochettino. So many excuses from Poch. But those are legit excuses. And he's not, even after those, if you ask him where he thinks Chelsea will finish come end of the season, he'll still let you know, yeah, we will be in the Champions League next season. Let me just not be too specific. We will be again be playing in the European competition come next season, and that doesn't mean again to me. I think his excuses are, you can say, he can back it up. They're all legit in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 10 likes, we should be doing better than that. And if you're watching, if you haven't, please do take a second, drop a like on the stream for us. The likes do go a long way. And believe me, nobody will know you liked the video, okay? Oh, yes, I'll be sipping on a lot of these because, yeah, I should be sleeping. I was up all night researching something I don't want to talk about here. Big up Kachila and the chat. Big up to you too, Chelsea, all the way. Always nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Let's see. Just give me a second here. I want to take care of something quickly. There you go. I just took care of let's see. I've taken care of it. Unai Emery's Valencia took on Pochettino's Espanyol 7 times and 4 seasons from 2009 to 2012, where their friendship developed and have been great friends ever since. Here's a question I want to ask you. Of the how many times you said they've met? How many times? 7 times. Who has the edge? Yeah. Who's won more? I want to know. I know you're into statistics, so find a way to dig that up and let us know. Coach Greentoff says we may be battling relegation this season. It is his opinion. It is his opinion. I love him. It's his opinion. I have my opinion. I don't think we will do that. And I've said before, if we finish outside top 5 by the end of the season, if we finish whatever number we finish, let's say we finish 12th, divide that by 4, and I'll do a giveaway of $100 times by the product of the calculation, if that makes sense. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. It's wild how maybe 1 or 2 players are from our squad get into Arsenal and City, but any of their players easily walk into our senior team. Right now, I'd say yes, I agree with that argument, and that's because we have a pretty young squad, and also we have, and maybe it's easy to jump to that conclusion because we have, you can say, we have an entire new team, which when you watch them, you're not seeing, we're not playing as a unit. And you can say a few minutes, you see a disjointed display, which could lead to people not giving us a chance. But I'm not too concerned, really. They renewed their rivalry when Unai Emery was managing Arsenal. They clashed a few times in the historic North London derby, Arsenal versus Tottenham. You've not answered the question I asked you. If you said they met 7 times in La Liga, who has the edge? Who came out on top? That's what I want to know. Poch doesn't know what to do. I think that's just your opinion, but nice to see you. Glenn 10. I appreciate you joining, brother. Much love to you. Looking at all the members we have here, Glenn's you can say icon that shows he's a member of the community. He has the membership. The icon is turning yellow, from yellow to orange, which means he's the oldest member here. Glenn, I appreciate all the support. I cannot thank you enough. Much love to you. But big up, Glenn 10. More importantly, I hope you're recovering from your situation. Seeing you here gives me hope. It does show that you're recovering. You're dealing with it well. Chelsea have to be wary of Villa's fast forward. They have some good finishes there, especially Oli Watkins. He has to be one of the most underrated attackers in the Premier League. A lot of our players walk into our club, but they leave limping. Wow, that's a good one. Like, what? And I like it. But this, by the way, let's see what else we have here. Thanks, Kachila, for restoring my mode status. I didn't take that off. Maybe it was a mistake or somebody did that. You know I wouldn't do that. I'm not sure how that happened. So maybe somebody that has, because moderators have levels. There are managing moderators and there are basic moderators. So maybe somebody that has a managing moderator power did that. Because I was going, this person sounds like somebody I know, but I'm a human being anyway. So it wasn't easy to figure out until you said this. So, which means you should have told me what happened. Why not a mod anymore? I should have checked and see what happened. I wish I'm able to tell who, you could say, who banned who. uh, who or maybe who removed one's access level as a moderator or whatever. I wonder why Casada hasn't missed a single game for Brighton through injury, but a few weeks at Chelsea and he's injured. Let me tell you what that is. He's Chelsea through and through. Forget here we go. Once a new Chelsea signing gets injured, that's when you know, yeah, truly he's a Chelsea player. That's how I see it. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, a surprising lobster shake has settled in so far. Maybe players who don't know Italian struggles to adapt for us a few months. Here's the thing, I'm going to say this, and I think you led to me, your comment in the chat led to me saying that. Sometimes the players need a fresh start. Sometimes they need a fresh challenge to regain form. But in the case of Loftus-Cheek, he wasn't actually bad for us, but that's just my opinion. 7 games in La Liga, Unai Emery won 4, Poch 1-2, and drew 1. Okay, so you can say pretty even, but some people would take that and run with it and say concerning. Coach Carragher, Jamie Carragher, and Rio Ferdinand are frauds. Guardiola has them by the whatever you say there. Arsenal versus Tottenham, Unai Emery 1, Poch 2, 1 draw. Okay, so now in the Premier League, uh, he he came out on top, but in La Liga, Unai Emery came out on top. Let's see what else we have here. It's almost like a hazing ritual. At other clubs, they make you sing a song in the dressing room. At Chelsea, they make you tear your ACL. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Get ill or something has to happen to that player for us to say, you know what? Yeah, welcome to Chelsea. Now you're really at Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea all the way said, no, Kuchula, it's your fault. I had a problem. Why my phone? I had a problem with my phone, so I had to reset. Oh, it's not my fault, so I had to reset everything. I don't see that how could have led to you no longer being a mod. Yeah, so you just but okay, if that maybe you have experience with that and you're quite sure it has again you've experienced that before. Lobster Shake is a talented, I agree, but he needed that fresh start. I think I agree with you. I hated the fact that we're not playing him as an 8. Of all the 8s we had under Thomas Tuchel, under Graham Potter, he was you could say the most natural and the most technical gifted 8 we had available to us at the point. But unfortunately, the managers either played him or on the flanks in the wing back role or as one of the 2 6s. But I wish him well, and he's proven gradually showing yeah what he's capable of doing. Respect to you too, Hanif Al Farouk. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Glenn, I love him so much. Very, very. He's a hilarious individual. Yo, big up to you, Squiggly name. I don't know how to say your name, and I think you were the one that told me that Mitchy Boy calls you a squiggly name. But that's by the way. Much love to you, brother. Nice to see you. 12 likes. We should be doing better than that. This is not going to be as long as the Blue Monday show. And if there are too many comments in the chat, I'm not going to be getting everybody's comment. It's not like the Blue Monday show, but I will get as much as I can. How Enzo has remained injury free is wild. Everyone else dropping like flies, but not him. Yeah, let's see. Maybe he's not Chelsea through and through. I'm not sure what else to say. Imagine if we have a penalty and there's a text it against Amy Martinez. Delicious. Imagine if he misses it. That would be 2 in a row. I don't think we should risk him being the penalty taker anymore. And Raphael says, Coach, I like Mudryk, but we should have bought Gustav Isaacson for 15 million, and he's better than Mudryk. Here's the thing: in 2 or 3 years, I think the club will be buying a lot of cheap players from then on. But that's just my opinion. So let's start addressing the items we have lined up here. We've talked about the players we have out injured, and now let's go to the next item. Happy birthday to the ageless Brazilian talent, Brazilian maestro, one of the best defenders I've ever seen is in world football. His intelligence, his ball playing ability, his passing range. And here's why he's a special player. Overall, it is his footballing intelligence for me. he's never been the quickest on the pitch. Even in his younger days, it has always been about his ability to read the game. But as he got older, he became even better, and that's because there's hardly the sort of player you will mention in hard football, the Ronaldos, the Messis, the Lewandowskis, that he hasn't played against. Which means before you make a move, he has enough experience to anticipate what move you're going to move and find a way to thwart your plans. But more importantly, is this intelligence again? Even the fastest players in world football, you wouldn't even get a chance to race against him, let alone outpace him. And that's just down because of his ability to read the game. I love this man so much. And I did a YouTube short. Let me see if I can share with you so that you can go check it out. I did a YouTube short to wish him a happy birthday. I think you should go check it out. I think you will enjoy it. And please watch the YouTube short. It's about 24 seconds, 18 seconds long, actually. Take a second to go watch it. I wouldn't even mind you taking a break from the show. Watch the YouTube short and please drop a like on it to help me trigger the YouTube algorithm to push that particular YouTube short to as many people as possible. I want it to go viral. But you see, I've shared the link there in the chat. Please go check it out. Drop a like on it and share if you can to friends on Facebook, WhatsApp. Just help me get that particular birthday wish YouTube shot for Thiago Silva to go viral. Let's see what else we have here. Kachila, who would want to take a pen if we get one? Who would I want to? Add Histon. Wow, that's oh, that's a serious question. Had Rhys James been available? If Rhys James is available, I'd say let it be James. He's an excellent penalty taker. Even he's taking 2 penalties on extreme, while on the extreme pressure on 2 occasions. And one was, I think, a semi-final in the cup game, and the other, which one? I think he was UEFA Super Cup. I don't quite remember. I think I'd rather him right now. Ben Chilwell, I don't trust him. Who else? Maybe Thiago Silva, honestly. Yeah, maybe Thiago Silva. Raheem Sterling, maybe. I don't know. I'm not well acquainted with his penalty record, honestly. Penalty conversion record. Coach, the way you pronounce much was in a higher tone, like in a UK accent, much. Okay, but thank you, bro. Much love to you. Coach Silva actually had very, very decent pace. He was not slow at all. Just that next start was faster. Here's the thing. But my point is, he's never the fastest. He's never been a quick player. I wouldn't even in his younger days, I would not classify him as a quick player. It has always been about his intelligence to read the game. And every time I talk about him, I don't miss saying how, because of his ability to lead the game, to read the game, you will not get a chance to race against him, let alone outpace him. That's how good he is at reading the game. But that's why the way I get your argument there. This man is 5 years older than me. I feel worthless. Mentality monster. I love the guy. I have to be honest. I love Thiago Silva so much. But unfortunately, one day he will eventually stop playing. He's not going to play forever. Again, his body cannot carry him for forever due to the demands of the game. Here's a link to that particular YouTube shot. Please, if you haven't, I beg you, please, I'm going to pin it. Maybe I should have written something there. Let me just say, and I want you to leave a comment there and wish the maestro a happy birthday. Please watch, like, and wish Thiago Silva. I can't spell. Jeez. And wish Thiago Silva a beautiful birthday. I like that. A beautiful birthday. Yep, I'm going to share the link there. Give me 1 second there. Thiago Silva. Do I have that? Okay, Thiago Silva. Bill. Yep, birthday. So I'm going to please go watch it. Be sure to leave a like, a comment, and wish him a happy birthday. He deserves that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with Coach Terry and Cahill. Were slow, but Silva in his young days had good pace, even though not as fast as Nesta. You're still coming back to my argument. He wasn't the quickest. It has always been, you can say, his intelligence that defines his ability, his overall playing ability, in my opinion. And Kimso, nice to see you. Hello to you too, my bro. Much love to you. Coach, just liked the Silva video. I shared disciple. I appreciate that. You're my bro. You're not just a friend, and I appreciate you. And the funny thing is that we've started fighting like brothers do. But that's by the way. Silva doesn't need pace. His brain is quick. Thank you. That is the delicious comment of the day, Kim. So I love you so much, brother. I love to see that. Bamiyang, the flop scored a double. Oh, I have never argued that he flopped at Chelsea, and I'm quite sure you know that. Watkins versus Silva, I am not ready. Here's the thing, I'm not concerned, honestly. But we'll see what happens. Big up to you too, my brother from the Madiba land to be. Oh, always nice to see you. Please, if you're watching, if you haven't, go check out Tebeho's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Much love to you, brother. And please, I've shared the link again. Go watch the video. Drop a like on the video. It's 18 seconds. Make sure you watch it all through. If you can, watch it 1.5 times. Just like, leave a comment, and wish Thiago Silva a happy birthday. I want that particular video to go viral. Hit the like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. Yes, people, keep doing that. Kachila, I agree with you about Silva's intelligence and the way he reads the game. But his reaction time is getting slower with age. You could argue that. Yeah, I think you could argue that. We should phase him out this season. As much as I love him, I think that will happen. We should start learning to live without him, like yesterday, not even now or tomorrow. Coach, given that Chelsea struggled against low blocks, could Unai go more defensive than usual to frustrate Chelsea? I hope they don't pack the bus. It will be another long day in the office. Here's the thing, Unai Emery, he's not the most attacking manager. I don't know how to explain it, but I think he's found a way to camouflage his defensive approach to the game. You cannot say he's overly defensive. You cannot say he's also overly offensive. I think you could say in the middle, but he's a very he's an excellent tactician in my opinion. So yeah, we must be defensively cautious too. Sorry, coach, but Silva had a very good pace combined with his intelligence. Okay, yeah, I think your thing, Raphael. I think your thing is to disagree with me, but I like it. Much love to you. Let's have a conversation. How Silva's on free kicks? He seemed to know his way around taking one. I don't know really. I cannot say I know his again how good he is at taking set piece. Honestly, I do not know. Maybe penalty. Not too sure either. Tebeho, the coolest Chelsea, shared the link to his YouTube channel. Please go check it out and be sure to subscribe. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have him on the panel, but I'm quite sure probably he's not ready to appear on the camera right now. The evening roundup show, the standard is every participant must be on camera, but Blue Morning Show will remain free form whether you have a camera or not. Silva with one leg is still better than Maguire. I like how you spelled his name, just like you could say an African version of the spelling of Maguire. I like that. Let's see. The problem is now Silva. Our defense all midfield, but our problem is that we're not clinical. Yep, we have to start putting away the chances we create. Otherwise, we'll still be hearing the same story week in, week out. Remember, I told you, coach, if we are not clinical, we won't win games. I don't need Einstein to come tell me that, but I remember you told me that anyway. Hope Amy Martinez won't make us regret that we missed his signature. Nope. No. I don't think so, really. Silva landed the minerals. Here you go. A mineral disciple is here. God of Frogs, my friend. I love you so much, bro. I hope you're doing well. Yes, coach. It pisses me off when people say Silva only has intelligence and no pace. No, but here's the way I put it. He's never been the quickest. That's how I say it. I haven't said for once he has no pace. I use the term he's never the quickest. He had both. I've been following him for many years. I followed him too. He's a player I love too much. And you've heard me say this 1,000 times. the first thing I look in a player is their footballing intelligence, and that's why already I'm in love with Leslie Ugochukwu because of his footballing intelligence. Let's move to the next item we have lined up. I want us to round off as soon as possible. If this is going to be a daily thing, then we need to be snappy. Right, I want to get your opinion on this particular topic. I've presented my argument on occasions where the reason I don't think it makes sense to go for Ivan Toney. He hasn't played for a while. Plus, Brentford, they're asking for a premium. They're asking for something around. The rumors are 60 and up. But here's the thing. There's no way to tell if this guy, if he's overcome his gambling addiction. And I like him. He's a fine finisher on his day, and I'm starting to learn that his link-up play is actually excellent. I haven't paid attention to him that much before, but I'm starting to learn more about him. But if we're willing to give him a second chance, I'm all for it. As long as he changes. But what I don't like, what shocked me the most is that he went to the extent of betting against the club he plays for. To me, that's a huge risk. And Bobby did say something during one of the Blue Morning shows. He argued, given that Toney is aging, he's not that young anymore, his priority would be to ensure the security of his future, which means the risk of him gambling to make more money is still there. But that's not me saying he hasn't overcome the gambling addiction, or maybe hasn't changed. People change. I'm not perfect, and I'm sure all of us here aren't perfect, but it's still a risk. If the club are willing to take the risk, then fine. I'm fine with it. But thank you for that, Raphael. Let's see what else we have here. Can somebody tell the coach to play Ian Matson and then Kojo Opong? Kojo, are you from Nigeria specific? To be specific, are you from Calabar? You let me know. I want to know. But nice to see you. I think Ian Matson will get his chance. I think more importantly, Matson decided not to leave Chelsea because he sees that the manager trusts him. I think his time will come. Come on, guys, hit the like button. We have just 16 likes. We should be doing better than that. People keep dropping the likes on the stream. I rate Ivan Toney. He's the real deal. He has everything in a striker, but that price is redonkulous. I'm not gonna even say ridiculous. To me, it is redonkulous. They shouldn't be asking that much because he hasn't played for a while. But I think that's just the price being quoted out there by the media. Maybe sponsored by Brentford to drive up the price tag of Ivan Toney. And my bro Shirinat Govindarajan is in the house. Always nice to see you, bro, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel. I cannot thank you enough. He says, big up, Kachila. Always a pleasure seeing you live and cooking such quality stream, getting in from Vancouver and with lots of love. Keep the blue flag flying high. Much love to you, brother. I can never, you can say, stop thanking you. One of my first ever followers from the time I had just about 20 subscribers. I cannot thank you enough. Much love to you. And thank you for telling us where you've joined us from. And if you're watching, if you don't mind, please take a second to let us know where you've joined from. We will appreciate that. Thank you so much, my bro. Once more, much love to you. I appreciate you so much. Let's see, what else do we have here? Give me a second here. All right, that automatically highlights. Ivan Toney is training with Brentford at the moment. Okay, is he allowed to train? Because when people reports were given his ban, he was banned from training until a certain period. So I'm not well acquainted with this situation. So if it's training, then that's good. But thank you for that information. There, 60 is a lot, in my opinion. I wouldn't mind having him essentially win essentially with AFCON coming. Yeah. So in the absence of Nicholas Jackson, we need somebody like him. And yeah, he's a capable striker, but that wasn't the reason I'm concerned. Coach, who do you like more, Nesta or Terry? I love Terry, but I give Nesta the edge. Stop asking me such questions, man. Oh, I think I'll say I love both. But you can say as a Chelsea fan, it'd be difficult to say I love Nesta. I'd pick Nesta over over Terry, honestly. 50 million for Toney would be a bargain if he stops gambling. Everyone needs a second chance. I agree with you. Not nobody is perfect. And I have to be honest with you. I get it. People pretend they're perfect. Especially you can say those that actually complain so much about such situations are usually the ones that are worse. So yeah, 80% of the issue is one. Nicholas Jackson, as he is the lone striker up front, and Sterling and Co are not helping either. I think we're not creating enough volume of chances. I think we need to create even more because it's simple. It's simple mathematics actually. The more chances we create, the more the chance that the striker will have to score goals, and it's simple. Thank you for the super chat, much appreciated. He's my bro, and I'm quite sure. Yeah, he always finds a way to support the community. Chelsea should do a stern research about his gambling issues before signing him. He's a good striker, and there's a chance. There are, I think, what's the term I'm looking for? There are therapies. There's a medical, should I say, a behavioral, you can say, field for that will help him overcome that. And I'm quite sure he probably must be going through the process of overcoming the gambling habit because it's something. It's gambling is just as strong as it's a habit that's as strong as smoking or addiction to alcohol. Never easy. I believe there's a delicate balance between Chelsea's success and challenges. Several variables such as injuries, a new squad, and experimenting with the different combination play a crucial role. The manager, yep, he's been experimenting. He's working with an entirely new squad, so it's not new that he's experimenting. Yep. Just responding to someone. Strange how the club gamble on bigger scales, but players are banned. Okay, this is strange how the clubs gamble on a bigger scale. Okay, but players are banned gambling on a smaller scale. Just a point. Yeah, I think you know, I'm not sure. It's just more like there's two tier of justice system in every country you go to. No matter how they say, yeah, nobody's above the law and yada yada yada, we know. But I get your point there. With some adjustment and a good run of form, Chelsea has the potential to position themselves in a position of strength. Yes, he's allowed to train up from 23rd of September. Okay, excellent. That makes it easier. Enzo is great. Yep, nobody argues otherwise. Believe me, and I know that. Except Raphael. Let's see. I have to leave you all now. Having some drinks to celebrate a college. A college's retirement. Oh, okay. We'll watch the rest later. Take care, everyone. Up to Charles. Much love to you, brother. See you tomorrow. If you have time to join for the Blue Morning Show. Let's see. Wouldn't be surprised if Enzo fans said Enzo needs 5 defenders, 4 midfielders next to him. Then he will cook. Just go away, man. Smash the like button, people, and subscribe if you are new. We have 16 likes. We should be doing better than that, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. So let's move on to the next item we have lined up. I really, honestly do want us to round off as soon as possible, so that I can always get the rest, and then we'll have you can say stable. We'll have a stable schedules as long as I don't time. This says this is an interesting one. It says it was a puzzle to a number of sources that Silva was not named as one of Chelsea's captains as the start of the season, and his apparent refusal to take the armband when it has been offered to him during games has been spotted by those on social media who like to dissect such things, and the people like you who like to take such stories and run with. This is absolute nonsense from Matt Law, honestly. Here's the thing. I think we've talked about this on a Chelsea perspective before, and I've argued that to me, Silva, his sort of person is the type of guy that would actually refuse to become the captain and say, give it to a younger player so that we can nurture them, especially given his relationship with Reece James. There's a chance he was the one that said give it to Reece James. We don't know. So why is Matt Law Adam Fior to fire? Even if people are doing what he said here, why is he reporting it? Doesn't he know that if he does that, the people such as my friend here, Chelsea Dodgers, and the others will you can say will push it even further, and it becomes a story when it shouldn't be. Uh, this is concerning to me. I just don't know why Matt Law is doing this. It's absolute nonsense. And the fact that even at some point the players, when the captain was leaving the pitch, he handed over the captain armband to Thiago Silva. He didn't reject it. He rejected. He took it and then gave it to Enzo Fernandez. To me, that's even more. That even actually backs my argument even more. That there's a chance he feels like he doesn't need the armband to lead, and that should be the case. Not to the younger ones. Thiago Silva, he's won everything. He's seen it all. He's been there, done that, won it all. That whenever he speaks, even if he walks into the dressing room naked and starts speaking, the players will listen to him, not minding that he's naked, because you can't measure him given how many trophies you've won. You can't measure him given your ability on the ball, even the attackers. So to me, this is disingenuous from Matt Law, in my opinion. He shouldn't be pushing such a story. But I'm moving from it. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Let's see. Ainsley's passing and vision is second to none. Yep, I agree with you, and that's why I argue he needs to play can operate from a deeper position to see the pitch more, and he'd be more effective. Here's the thing. Let me simplify it for you. The more he sees the pitch, the more effective he'd be. The less he sees the pitch, the less effective he'd be. That doesn't mean that he becomes bad because he can't see again more of the pitch. In my opinion, just give me a second. I have to take a sip of my drink to remain as hyper as I am, but don't ask me what I'm drinking. It's good. So let's see. Yep, his passing ability is great. And Gabriel, hey, I haven't seen you like in 1,000 years. I hope you're doing well, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. He says, good morning, afternoon, evening, in order. For me, it's afternoon right now. It's 12:52 p.m. PST. If you haven't seen the interview and diary of a CEO, please watch. Toney didn't come out of it very well, in my opinion. Wow, very immature and didn't seem to accept responsibility. You see what I'm saying? And that is an issue. But we'll see what happens. I'll look at it. I'll try to find it when I get a chance, honestly. Let's see. Matt Law is a waffle merchant trying to get the likes. Yeah, Francis Witness, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join us this afternoon. I hope you're doing well. It's also denying the claims at Raphael. Okay. Smash the like button, people. How many likes already? 18 likes. Like we can do better than that, and we'll be rounded up soon because I don't want the roundup shows to be long. I need to get my rest, and then if there's the need for the Blue Morning show the next day, so that I can be ready. This Matt Law is a Trojan horse for Chelsea. All he seems to do is stir the pot and cause a drama. I think I've come to that realization. I don't trust him anymore. This says Matt Law needs clicks. Hence, he is so quick to report some whatever nonsense about Chelsea. What are you drinking, Coach? No, it's just a power drink. It's just a power drink, nothing. I knew somebody was going to ask that question, and I intentionally did say what I said at the time, the way I did, to get you to start asking what I was drinking, what I'm drinking. We went from Lampard to a pathetic player like, come on, man. You can say tone down the name calling, bro. Just call him his real name. I wouldn't mind reading your comments as long as you call him his real name. Your opinion matters. Deep inside Silva, he knows this is probably his last season at Chelsea. So he doesn't see the armband as too significant to him at this stage of his career. Matt Law enjoys them. Chelsea is in turmoil. That's how he sees it. And again, even some Chelsea content creators aren't helping. I've seen some say Chelsea are in a crisis within a crisis. Chelsea are finishing all that. To me, that's not okay, really. Regarding the statement made by Matt Law suggesting that Silva is unhappy with the player's end, Poch is trying to soothe his concerns. It's essential to approach this information with some skepticism. For me, you can say I call it horse doo doo. I don't even care. It's possible that Pochettino is advising Silva in a manner that encourages him to stay patient, believing that the players will improve with time. Silva is not new to this game. I'm quite sure he knows that the fact that we made as many changes as we've made, that it would take time for the team to start playing as a unit. So it's nothing new to him, and I'm sure one day he will become a manager too. I'm just hoping that we'll find a way to convince him to stay beyond his playing career at Chelsea, maybe in one capacity, in some capacity, maybe as a player coach, or maybe as a defensive coach, or maybe as one of the coaching staff. Because if he speaks, the dressing room listens. That's just how I like to put it. Sorry, coach, you don't deny what I say, but no, I deny what you're saying. With you and I, as much as I love you, in that aspect, bro, we disagree. What I say about Enzo, he makes a few good passes and does nothing else. Nobody denies it. We need a complete midfielder. That is just your opinion, really. Maybe Kuchila is having a waffle. Just go away. Let's see what else you have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Who will supply the service to Toney? Yeah, I think that's an important question. Last year, when we were busy saying, you can say, trying to answer the questions, the sort of signings we need to make this past transfer window, the summer transfer window, a lot of people were just saying we just need a DM and a number 9 and one defender. And I was telling people then, we need an attacking midfielder. We need somebody who's capable of producing double digits in terms of assists from the central area of the pitch, which means because, yeah, we're known to always try to put in crosses from the flanks and mainly on the carpet, which is very, very predictable. So with an attacking midfielder who's capable of producing clear-cut chances from the central area, we will diversify our chance creation. In turn, will become unpredictable. I get it. Enzo can create chances from the central area of the pitch, from the midfield area. But Enzo is a deep lying playmaker. Honestly, the lesser he sees the pitch, the less he becomes effective, in my opinion. For lack of a better term, to get my point across. But Usina, man, Umoneko, nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this afternoon. For me, Matt Law supports Aston Villa. Do do your conclusion? Okay, I didn't even know. Who was that? Who was the person? One of them, a popular, should I call him journalist? And let me just stick with a Twitter journalist that I've heard supports Leicester City. Who was that? I can't quite remember really. Midfielders don't need to be fast. They need to have a balance. They need to be intelligent. They need to have good vision, good passing range, and all that. With Coachella, there was no need to ask. The aroma of coffee and the clicking. This isn't coffee, but I think it has have caffeine in it. It's a chocolate drink. It's very common here in America. The aroma of coffee and the clicking of the spoon could be. My gosh, excuse me. Could be sense from miles away, leaving no doubt that it was some other drink. Wow. Let's see. Enzo is a ship line, deep line playmaker. Yeah. Earlier, y'all said he needs a free role. No, here's the thing. He's a deep line playmaker, and we some have arguing pair him up with a traditional 6 and give him the independence or the freedom to be adventurous on the pitch. That's just that. To me, but I'm not sure. He needs a free role. Nothing but excuses for Enzo. He's one of the main problems at Chelsea. Okay. Ben Jacobs is a Leicester City fan. Okay, that was the person, the name I was thinking about. So thank you for that. Imagine Fratesi in our midfield would be winning with him. Okay, let's see what happens. Big up, coach. Big up to you too, brother. I'd rather we go for a midfielder with an eye for a pass and attacking skills. We don't need just a midfielder. Yeah, it just occurred to me a few weeks ago, a week or two ago, that Nicholas Jackson will be off to AFCON, and then that can be a problem. Except if Armando Broya gets the chance and proves he's capable of holding the fort while Nicholas Jackson is on duty at AFCON, then yeah, then we may not need to sign another striker. I think we still make a few signings in January. Matt Law bringing out the statements when we are about to play Aston Villa says it all. 100% Aston Villa fan putting out a Chelsea news doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I agree with you. Now you're making it make sense to me. I didn't even know he supports Aston Villa, but now given this theory, the theory you just put out there, to me it looks like it. Coach, if you're slow to have to be a good to be good at dribbling, interception, tackles, passing, high creativity, not just a passer. Okay, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 19 likes. Let's see if we can get it to 50 before the show ends. We will switch to the next item we have lined up. Let's go for it. Right, this one here. I don't like this because I like Trevor Chalobah. To me, I think he's defensively solid than Wesley Fofana. Fofana is just better at carrying the ball, or maybe better on the ball, in my opinion. But Trevor Chalobah, he's a good defender. He has that you can say aggression that our defensive line is lacking. And I think would be better off keeping him and mixing things up a bit. But it looks like the fact that he leaves, that he will most likely leave in January, comes down to the fact that I think you could say you could say the relationship of his camp and Chelsea, you could argue, yeah, have taken a nosedive, which means the club have decided since this is happening, I think you need to move on. And it looks like the fact that he pushed to join Bayern at the time when they wanted to sign him, even though they weren't willing to sign him on a permanent. They wanted to take him on a loan, not even with an option to buy. And he pushed to join Bayern. Maybe the club didn't like that. So this report here from Fabrizio Romano says that Trevor Chalobah are still expected to leave Chelsea in January. Pochettino denied English CB being frozen out. I don't think it makes sense. He's a good defender. Why would you could say, why would you keep him out of the team? And you're still paying him. It just doesn't make business sense. Pochettino denied English CB, English centre back being frozen out after move rejected on deadline day, but feeling is clear. He leaves, most likely to leave in January. Chalobah was keen on Bayern move in the final weeks of summer window. He rejected Nottingham Forest, and maybe the club weren't happy since he wanted to leave. And the club says, okay, these guys are paying us, and would you want to join them? And he said no, but he wanted to join Bayern, who were only willing to take him on loan, not even with an option to buy. Maybe the club didn't like that. And for me, I'd say the main reason why he'd end up leaving the club will most likely be because his camp's relationship with the club has taken a nosedive or gone down south, for lack of a better term. Let's see what else we have here. Andrew C says Mudryk possesses potential as a player who, with strength and pace, could become a formidable force on the wing. Unleashing Mudryk's talents has the potential to propel Chelsea to new heights. I think I agree with you, but here's the thing. I'm still going to say this. Unfortunately, I think his biggest issue that his start to life at Chelsea wasn't handled well. It was it wasn't properly handled, and he suffered because of that. But I think I knew him. The fact that I knew him before he joined Chelsea, I know there's a quality in him. He needs to play consistently because now he's low in confidence, unfortunately. And I didn't like, I think we've talked about that before, no need repeating myself, how Gallagher had to go at him when he crossed that ball, but I think it bounced and Gallagher wasn't able to put it up at the back, into the net. And you can say, for me, what a good captain would have done, should do, would be to applaud the effort, and then next time when Mudryk gets a chance, then he try to put it on the carpet for whoever is in the box. But that's right away. We'll move on from that. Coach, I am curious about the rumors suggesting that Poch may have halted the signing of Vlahovic or other potential strikers. I don't think so. It's just absolute horse doo-doo. First of all, here's the thing: if you want to believe that, then you have to start from believing the rumors that Poch wanted Lautaro Martinez, and also at one point we heard rumors suggesting that Chelsea that we were bent on getting Victor Osimhen and all those nonsense. To me, I don't believe that honestly. Maybe that's just me, but to me that's absolute nonsense. They always find something to make sure that we're unsettled one way or the other. If these reports are accurate, it's a decision I find myself disagreeing with them. It comes to Pochettino. I think I say it's absolute nonsense. I don't believe that. I honestly do not believe that. I think there must have been other reasons why the club decided uh, opted not to sign Dusan Vlahovic. Um, and Kojo Open says, I beg the coach in the name of God to play Cole Palmer at the number 10 position on Sunday. Maybe that will happen. I do not know, but I don't want to see Enzo there. As much as I don't think he's a bad player, I think he looked lost in the 10th position. He was, you can say, uh, he was he was least effective than usual. Honestly, he needs to operate from a deeper position, which makes sense for me. He could still stand as one of the two sixes and then be roaming about on the pitch, be whatever he deems fit, following the play to closer to the final. Closer to the final third and all that, I think he'd be more effective. I don't think we should play him as a 10. It didn't work. And on two occasions when the manager, you could say, played them further forward, he only became effective when the manager changed things around and have him play in a much operate from a much deeper position. So we'll move on from this particular item and to the next item. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And here's the thing I can promise you for the daily roundup show. I will try the best I can to get panelists each day. This is not the same as the Blue Morning Show, and I've explained that before. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We've reached 20 likes. Let's see if we can do better than that. Final, again, item, and then we will go through excerpts of comments from the manager's presser. We'll address them, and then we'll call it a day. And the first one here said Benoit Badiashila's minor setback was in his other hamstring. Mauricio Pochettino said, yeah, but it was in a different muscle, but it was minor. It was small. So should we expect to see him on Sunday? I am not really sure, but we'll find out. To me, I don't think he plays. I think the manager probably wouldn't want to risk too much, given that he's just recovering. If I'm allowed to use the language we use, that was used in that report, saying how club wants to be cautious with the return of with players returning from injury. They use the term the club wants to be ultra cautious. So let's see what else we have here. Coach, I'd like to propose a bold and unconventional idea. Consider Jackson's current struggles. Why not try playing him in the 10 role, in the 10 position, and deploy another player up front? Maybe. I'm not too sure. Let the manager give it a shot. I'm not too sure if that works. In my opinion, Mudryk will always struggle against low blocks against top 6, 8 teams. He will probably strive with his pace and space. Here's the thing. Against low block, I think he will still do well because he's into a give and go. He does a lot of give and go with Jackson. We've seen that on occasions and all that. But let's see what else we have. What else we have to talk about here. So I'm going to go back to his main page. I'd like us to take a look at some of the ASAP from the manager's press conference, and after that we'll call it a day. Let's see anything else. These are pictures of people in training. So yeah, that's interesting. Let's look at them. We don't see them every day. This is sense of Fernandez during the training. Today's a training session. Levi Colwell. And that's Mihailo Mudryk, and that's Thiago Silva, and Ben Chilwell in the picture there. And Enzo Fernandez and Thiago Silva having a laugh. Chelsea owners we still hope the team qualifies for the Champions League next season via a top 5 finish in May. I still believe we're not going to finish outside top 5. And this says that Chelsea have won just one of their last 10 home games in the Premier League. The solitary success came against the team currently propping up the division, Luton Town last. Okay. And Benoit Badiashile, I think we've tackled that one. And this is Rhys James wishing Thiago Silva a happy birthday. And please, if you're watching, I pinned my the YouTube shot I created to wish Thiago Silva a happy birthday at the very top. Please check it out. And I produce a lot of YouTube shots on daily basis. Please go ahead me check out that YouTube shot for Thiago Silva. Leave a comment to wish him a happy birthday, and then please share with your friends via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Help me make my YouTube shots go viral. Not just that one, the other YouTube shots that I have out there. I'd really appreciate that. Let's see what else we have here. Mauricio Pochettino says he had a meeting with Nicholas Jackson and Enzo Fernandez about improving discipline this morning. Jackson has 4 yellow cards already in 5 games. Wow. Enzo Fernandez has two protesting with refs. It's cheap, and both need to improve. That's concerning, really. And this is Mauricio Pochettino on the onus. I speak with Todd Barley, but also Benhad and the sporting directors. We are in contact. They are supporting the project. They're not disappointed because the performances are good. We share the same idea about that in the future. And Mauricio Pochettino on current form, I'm not frustrated because the team is performing well. I am disappointed because many teams with less scoring opportunity score more, and that is why we feel bad because the team deserves more. Yeah, many teams with fewer chances have scored more. So that's a good sign for me. I hope we improve on that. Mauricio Pochettino on Conor Gallagher as captain of versus Bournemouth. He was always a captain against. He was also captain against Wimbledon. It's not new. It's nice. It's not a big thing to create a party. But yes, he can be a captain. Okay, I don't know about that one really. Mauricio Pochettino confirms Amanda Broya could be back for Villa. Badiashile at back is a minor different injury to his hamstring issues that has kept him out. Okay, one more. I think a few more stuff from the manager's presser. This one here says Mauricio Pochettino on fans' frustration. He says, I really believe that they are going to be behind us. It's normal. When you don't win, all are disappointed. It's normal. They show their feelings and emotions. You cannot, he said, you cannot be happy after a draw at Bournemouth, but you need to understand. Mauricio Pochettino says Rhys James, Trevor Chalobah, and Carney Chukwuemeka are close to train with the team. So good. Moises Caicedo will have a late test tomorrow to see if he will be free to play. In my opinion, that's a sign. I don't think Moises Caicedo plays on Sunday. That's how I see it. Moises Caicedo, Marco Correa, and Nani Madueke should all be back in the Chelsea squad this weekend. Okay, and this is the entire. I think we've looked at that. Maybe this is more current because this is from the club's website. Benoit Badiashile, part of food training for reconditioning phase. Amanda Broya, part of food training for reconditioning phase. When was this? But we're told, okay, today actually. Marcus Bettinelli continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program, and Trevor Chalobah continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Also, Carney Chukwuemeka continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Wesley Fofana continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. Rhys James continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program also. And Christopher Nkunku continued to undergo his rehabilitation program. Romeo Lavia, the same thing. The same for a lot of them. But I want to see Badiashile again back as soon as possible. But that's just me. Let's see what else we have here. Sounds good. So Mudryk should start against Brighton in the Caicedo in the Carabao Cup would be delicious. I want to see that happen really. Arsenal and Tottenham this Sunday. It feels like Tottenham honeymoon phase will come to an end, while Chelsea sustained dominance would start to take shape from the very Sunday. I hope so. But I want to see that game end in a draw. Seems only Chelsea players are being booked for descent. Yeah, yeah. Kachila, if we lose to Villa, are we going to be officially in crisis? No. To me, I would say no. Honestly, well, actually, here's the thing. It's not been all hell and doom like a lot of people are making it to look. We've actually been doing well. We've just not been clinical in front of goal. And I'm gonna say this. Well, actually, I don't want to say come across as if I'm being personal here or taking it personal or as if I'm disrespecting you. Let me just say, as fans, if we came into this particular season thinking that we'll start firing on all cylinders after the many changes we made in the team, then we're not being truthful to ourselves. We're practically playing with an entirely new team, which means we see disjointed performances here and there. We see mix up here and there in the midfield, in the defense, in the attacking area. These things are very common. And if you've followed football long enough, you know that's the case. So actually, that's why I'm saying I'm actually seeing progress. But I didn't feel the same way on the ground, Potter. On the ground, Potter, 5, 6, 7 games, I was still saying, he's not the man for the job. And that's because I like to look at games beyond the surface level. I like to look at beyond. I always look beyond the fact now the game ended in a draw, or I like to look beyond the fact that we didn't win that game, or the fact that we lost the game. I like to take my time to look at it and say, okay, what really went on here? That's who I am. And yeah, I'm telling you, I'm confident. I think we will come good. This team is destined for great things. No need to rush Casado back and let go Chukwu cook. Yeah, I feel the same too. He gave a very good account of himself, played very well, very intelligent. He's not the most aggressive, but he can be aggressive. And Ugochukwu, when he shields the ball, you can't get the ball off of him. You just cannot. And something else he did that I liked more is that when he isn't putting in the tackle, when he isn't challenging for the ball, he's occupying spaces. He's reads the game so well. He's occupying spaces that makes it difficult for the opposition team to do some damage against us. But that's, by the way, we'll move on from that. Let's see what else we have here, Coach. The significant number of injuries has raised the concerns. Could these be related to dietary factors or overtraining? Honestly, I'm not an expert. I cannot answer that question, honestly. But thank you so much, people. We've come to the natural ends of today's daily roundup show. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show, and I cannot thank you enough. I want to say thank you to Jerry Z, my bro, and Usadame and Moneko. Nice to see you, Chelsea, all the way. All of you, who else do we have? Kojo, nice to see you, Kojo, and Raphael, who else? And Moneko Gabriel A. And to all of you in the chat, if I missed your name, apologies. And Kenny, nice. Francis Winters, also nice to see you guys once again. For me, again, if I missed your name, apologies. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye.